to was with his sister. Man, it was like I went with David Gott and a couple other people. It was like 3 hours away. Free tickets? All right, let's go. And we went, and Pete just came out, put his guitar down on the floor and his banjo. And his sister, when they finished, almost every concert he did, he always finished with quite early morning. And that was the last one I had. And I had Peggy sign my little sheet, but I didn't get to Pete. So that's how that goes. And how we sign that, it's good. Bill Bifford, everybody, I love this woman right here too. Billy, hi. Hi, good morning. Our friends in back. Looks a wonderful person here. Claire is going to bring us the truth, the way, and the light. Carl in there. Here we go. The other, our friend, David. And I guess I got one more. I actually have a lot more songs, but I'll just do one more. Another Pete Seeger song for you. Pete Seeger. The boat sings it to the river. The river sings it to the sea. The sea sings it to the boat that carries you and me. Somos el barco, somos el mar, somos el mar. Yo navego en ti, tú navegas, tú navegas en mí. We are the boat, we are the boat. We are the boat, we are the sea, we are the sea. I sail in you, I sail in you, you sail in me. Yes. The stream sings it to the river sings it to the sea. The sea sings it to the boat that carries you and me. Somos el barco, somos el mar, somos el mar. Yo navego en ti, tú navegas en mí. We are the boat, we are the boat, we are the boat, we are the sea, we are the sea. I sail in you, I sail in you, you sail in me. The boat that we are sailing on was built by many hands. The boat we are sailing on touches many sands. Somos el barco, somos el mar. Somos el mar, yo navego en ti, tú navegas en mí. We are the boat, we are the boat, we are the boat, we are the sea, we are the sea. I sail in you, I sail in you, you sail in me. So with our hearts we raise the sail and face the wind once more. And with our hearts we chart the course never done before. Come on, sing if you know it. Somos el barco, somos el mar, somos el mar. Yo navego en ti, tú navegas en mí. We are the boat, we are the boat, we are the boat, we are the sea, we are the sea. I sail in you, I sail in you, you sail in me. We are the boat, we are the boat, we are the sea, we are the sea. I sail in you, I sail in you, you sail in me. Thank you for joining along. And I think we're about to start the service. Are we one more song or one more song? Oh, that's it? Oh, I had so many more. Do what you do, what you do, what you do. Do what you do, what you do. Okay, this isn't an Annie Hess concert. This is Claire, a wonderful presenter. I can't wait to hear what she has to say. And thank you all for coming on this beautiful Sunday day. I would thought it was spring. Thank you.
Thank you, Annie. And as your order of worship notes, that this is kind of a special day. On the 11th day of every month, we ring the bells 11 minutes in concern for the climate, that we're at the 11th hour of our beautiful earth. And today we had the bells as well as Annie starting us off. So, welcome to All Souls Unitarian Universalist Church. I'm Kate Mason, and I am the host today. And we are so grateful to have you all here with us. No matter what you believe, who you love, or your background and circumstances, you are welcome here. Hear that coffee perking? Woo! Anyway, so we have the joy of coming together, and we want to make sure that everyone feels welcome here. So this is our great opportunity to reach out and greet those of us who are here today. So you can stand up and say hello.
Hello, friends.
Hello,
I
Annie.
don't know why I always lose my pick somewhere, but I do. Oh, there it is. See?
And you saw the orts and you got your cues. You know
How you
what's
feeling?
next. Good.
Yeah?
So here, that's what's up next.
What's the song? I haven't written down.
From a distance.
No, that isn't the first one. I didn't even do my other song.
You did your three.
Yeah, but I was going to do another one to start off. I thought, okay, I'll fit it in somewhere. From a distance, it'll be fine. I'm fine.
Okay, good.
Thanks. It's great to see people coming too, and even in the rain, we had like 30 people or more out there standing in the rain.
What time was that?
5:30.
Uh-huh. And today at noon.
Yeah. Yeah. We're standing people.
Matt, who's joining us on Zoom today?
This morning we have Christy and Gary, Catherine Drake, Link Hurst, Matthew Natio, and Trudy Rao.
So nice to have you joining us. So, there are several announcements in your order of worship about schedules, things coming. And also, if you're curious about Unitarian Universalism, there are pamphlets in the pews, and also you can feel free to chat with anyone about what it means to each one of us. So now let's settle in and breathe. Breathe deeply and come into this space. Be present, be focused, and be at peace. In the words of Reverend Kathleen McTeague, we come together this morning to remind one another to rest for a moment on the forming edge of our lives, to resist the headlong tumble into the next moment, until we claim for ourselves awareness and gratitude, taking the time to look into one another's faces and see communion. This house of laughter and silence, memory and hope, is hallowed by our presence together. Let us take this time for quiet reflection as we listen to From a Distance by Annie.
Yeah, but that was supposed to be the second song, so I'm just going to go ahead and do this one that we said we were going to do. And close your eyes and still listen. This is very short, but circle round for freedom, circle round for peace, for all of us in prison, circle for release, circle for the planet, circle for each soul, for the children of our children. Keep this circle whole. I'm happy to do From a Distance. I couldn't help it. I know that was going to be the first one, so.
You'll come up with a different one for the offertory?
That could be From a Distance.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, we're good. Thank you. I just knew that song had to be up.
All right. Now that we're all here, we'll have the chalice lighting. Joan, if you could come up and light the chalice. As we light this flame of hope, may our congregation become a kaleidoscope of souls and people. In the presence of this flame, in me, in you, in us, is an invitation to sit at the table. May we tend our soul fire through these challenging and trying times, to open the hearts and minds of all who enter our doors.
Amen.
And now, if you will, join me in reading the Congregational Covenant, which is in your order of worship. In this house, we covenant with one another to create a community built on a foundation of love, to work together to promote equality, justice, and peace, accepting responsibility for our individual acts, to stand on the side of love, embracing the liberation of the oppressed, and working to end discrimination and unjust privilege. Amen. To communicate with kindness and support, and to serve with compassion and commitment. To listen respectfully and value our diversity as a source of our collective strength. To learn and grow together, generously sharing our time, talents, and treasures. To celebrate the joys of discovery, from the wonder of youth to the wisdom of age. To openly share our laughter and our tears, showing reverence for the divine in all that is. And now, every week in our church, we take up an offering, which gives us an opportunity to exercise the generosity of spirit that supports All Souls and its ministries. We see this act of giving, of growing more generous in our hearts and in our actions, as essential to our spiritual well-being. We will now receive this morning's offering.
Nice little contemplative thought. And could we please appreciate the effort, I believe it was, that Kate put into these beautiful flowers. I know a lot of times I'm in front of them, and please.
Thank you, Annie. Actually, those are from the memorial service last Sunday.
They kind of looked like a memorial, but I didn't want to go
And you
there,
can
so.
smell them as you come in the house.
Yeah. So, how could anyone ever tell you you were anything less than beautiful? How could anyone ever tell you you were less than whole? How could anyone fail to notice that your loving is a miracle? How deeply you're connected to my soul. You want to try that together? Anybody knows it? Here we go. How could anyone ever tell you you were anything less than beautiful? How could anyone ever tell you you were less than whole? How could anyone fail to notice that your loving is a miracle? How deeply you're connected to my soul. Thank you so much.
Individually and together, we are building a world filled with peace and justice, love and joy. Each one of you, by your commitment of time, talent, and treasure, helps to make this grand vision real. Oh. Yes. Now I get to introduce Claire Carl, and she has a lovely little write-up in the order of worship, but I just want to say that she went to Alaska to go skiing over Christmas vacation. I'm sorry, they went to Alaska to go skiing over Christmas vacation. So.
This morning's reading is from farmer, author, and activist Wendell Berry. In a 1969 collection of essays against the Vietnam War, he wrote, "Wars have never made peace, or preserved it, or fostered its ideals. To have peace, you must make peace with your enemy. To make peace only with your friends is to avoid the issue and to permit a great principle to become absurd. Far from making peace, wars invariably serve as classrooms and laboratories where men and women and people and techniques and states of mind are prepared for the next war. Authentic peace is no more passive than war. Like war, it calls for discipline and intelligence and strength of character, though it calls for higher principles and aims. If we are serious about peace, then we must work for it, ardently, seriously, continuously, carefully, and bravely, as we have ever prepared for war." Good morning.
Good morning, Claire.
Thank you so much for the music, Annie, and for the invitation to be here from all of you. The last time I was here, it snowed, so we had to do it over Zoom, and so this is my first time seeing you in person, and it's a treat. My name is Claire Carl, or Carl Claire, or Claire, or Carl. As a non-binary human, I have flexible names. You can't do it wrong unless you try to give me a nickname. That's not okay. And I use they, them pronouns. I'm the movement building director at UU Mass Action. And if you are not familiar with UU Mass Action, we are the statewide nonprofit that's here for you. We are working to organize and mobilize you use at the state level for justice? Thank you. Right now, we have 5 campaigns and 2 bubbling up. And I'll just list them off quickly, but you can always go to our website to learn more. Housing justice, immigrant justice, decarceration, climate and environmental justice, and, oh God, what's the 5th one? Housing justice, immigrant justice, decarceration.
To be who we are, that's justice.
I don't know why this is always so hard for my brain. Anyway, there's 5 campaigns, and then the 2 emergent ones are democracy and trans justice. They're pretty relevant right now. And so before I leave, if you're curious and you want to get on our newsletter, you can fill out an interest card. But for this morning, I am going to talk specifically about our democracy. It's in a rough spot right now, shall we say, lightly. And I find myself thinking about it a lot. In my household growing up, I had one parent who was a consistent voting Republican and one parent who was a consistent voting Democrat. And I had an understanding that there were different perspectives, but they both had valid viewpoints that traced back to love. And I really value that that's the kind of household I grew up in, even if occasionally they didn't vote because they said, we cancel each other out. But that's not where we're at now in our democracy, having a good-natured conversation between should it be big government or small government? No. Our nation has democratically elected an authoritarian for the 2nd time. And this time, just like the first time, my personal reaction is to go, what do I do? What do I do? Tell me, I gotta go. We gotta go, jump into action. Put me in. I'm the kind of person who runs towards problems. I'm the kind of person who's the first one to call 911, And that energy can have a kind of like, choose your weapon of choice, we ride at dawn kind of feeling to it. It's a little intense, but it's mostly good. But this moment, this past year, even this past week, has been really hard. I know that I personally have had to level up my skills to fill my cup so that I'm not trying to pour from an empty place. And in that search for grounding, for nourishment, in this, new accelerated phase of the American empire, I do find myself looking towards the native people of this land for guidance, for grounding, for hope. They've been running this race for 500, 400 years. And so I want to ground this morning in a song from Lila June that has been deeply helpful. I keep returning to it. For context, Lila June is an Indigenous musician, scholar, community organizer of Dene, Cheyenne, and European lineages. And her voice intros a song with this spoken word. In our old societies, the greatest honor and bravery was bestowed to those who gave their lives, not those who took lives. In what ways might we give our lives to this war? In what ways might we dedicate our time and energy to the children, the women, the elders? Yes, it is a battle of sorts, but not one of physical might. No, this is a battle of spiritual fortitude, where the deepest love and compassion are the only source of true and lasting victory. There will be no winning in a game where even one person loses. The only victory comes from lifting up all beings, all relations. And the only weapons we may use are truth, faith, and love. It floors me every time. There's layers and layers in these 9 sentences that call to me and bring forth the best. So I want to dig into them. The first is that energetic difference between giving your life versus trying to take. Before coming to UMass Action, I worked for about 12 years as a climate and toxics organizer. I was working on campaigns to fight pollution, fight the oil companies, fight the gas companies. These days, we add to that list, fight the billionaires, fight the oligarchs, the would-be kings. It was exhausting, and it is exhausting, always to have this kind of fighting stance. I wonder, what would it look like, feel like, be like, to have a healing, loving orientation? I remember this jumping out at me really clearly during the first years of the pandemic, when all of the kind of propaganda said, we're gonna fight COVID. I was like, this is literally an illness. Could we not say we're healing it? Like, even an actual illness. What would it have looked like if we said that collectively and publicly we were going to heal together? Would we be less collectively traumatized now? What would it look like to have a campaign to heal the climate, to heal the oil companies and the gas companies of their greed sickness, the billionaires and oligarchs of their power sickness? Maybe that's what trauma-informed activism might look like. It even reminds me of the story of the Wendigo. Anybody ever heard of a Wendigo? A couple folks, yeah. So this is a creature or an evil spirit originating from the Algonquian cultures, which is the Northeast, more all over into the Midwest. And generally speaking, a Wendigo is described as a malevolent spirit who will possess human beings. And when those beings are possessed, it causes its victims a feeling of insatiable hunger. More, 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 I can never have enough. Even to the point of eating other humans. I have heard it said that when European settlers, my ancestors, came to Turtle Island, some of the native people thought to themselves, are these people okay? They seem like they might be possessed by a Wendigo. At one of the early unorganized rallies at the Federal Building in Boston, about a year ago now, I went to kind of check it out, see what was going to happen. This is when Elon Musk was staging his data coup. And as people are kind of milling about, trying to feel powerful on some level, someone spontaneously started a chant, and people quickly globbed on. And the chant was, "Lock him up, lock him up." It's just the same chant they used to say about Hillary, just change the pronoun. And in that moment, my heart sank a little bit. It felt very revengey, very punishment, like, you know. And I worried, is this the energy we're gonna have? Can we not be different? Can we not have those higher aims and principles to notice that maybe Elon Musk is possessed by a Wendigo? I privately thought to myself, what would happen if I tried to start a chant right now that was like, mandatory therapy, mandatory therapy. I didn't try it because I was like, I don't really think it's going to catch on, which made me a little sad. And just to be clear, we do have to be cautious about who we call sick, who needs healing. These are definitely words that have been weaponized against Native people, gay folks, and others, right? Lila June goes on to say, there will be no winning in a game where even one person loses. The only victory comes from lifting up all beings, all relations. Wow, that's a tall order. Everyone's got to be, feel like we've won. It takes that charge that we sometimes say in progressive spaces of like collective liberation. It's like, no, we mean like really collective. Like everybody. Not just the people we like, not just our friends. That would include, the dictators, the oppressors, the abusers. No one gets left behind. Not even one. Multicultural, deep democracy for everybody. I find it both extremely challenging and extremely joyful to consider that that's what we're aiming for. Now, obviously, not everybody's on the same page about that, working towards that vision. Author and scholar Sir John Glubb, he studied 13 empires. He looked in the Middle East, he looked in Asia, he looked in Europe, and he documented a startlingly clear pattern of empire decline after 250 years. Anybody know how old the US is?
200, isn't it?
Yeah, this July 4th. That's our birthday, 250. Right on time! He describes 6 stages of empire. And the last one is called the Age of Decadence, where wealth and power have led to petty and negative behaviors, including narcissism, consumerism, materialism, nihilism. There's a celebrity culture that worships athletes, actors, and singers. It's oddly familiar. This moment that we're in, it's happened before, many times. Empires have risen and fallen throughout history. This moment is both new and not new in the slightest. Now, I'm on Team Democracy. Anybody else on that team? Not a trick question. Everybody raise your hand. Yeah, we are on Team Democracy. And I believe that that vision is actually liberatory for everyone. Lila June says, yes, it is a battle of sorts, but not one of physical might. No, this is a battle of spiritual fortitude, where the deepest love and compassion are the only source of true and lasting victory. This part always brings to mind Bayard Rustin. He was an American political activist, prominent leader in the civil rights movement, and a gay black man. During the really intense, violent moments in Alabama, he said, "Loving your enemy is manifest in putting your arms not around the man," and in this case, he was talking about the sheriff, not around the man, but around the social situation, to take power from those who misuse it, at which point they and their children can become human too. When I think of the equivalent of our times of that sheriff, of course, comes to mind ice. I don't want to hug an ICE agent. I'm not trying to put my arms around that person. But I am trying to put my arms around the social situation, to take power from those who are misusing it and dismantle these systems of harm so that those folks can get a different vocation and become human, more human again. I try consistently when I see images or see an ICE agent to distinguish between their behavior and their humanity. Anybody ever tried to picture a harmful person as a cute little baby? Right? Nobody was born into this world destined to become an ICE agent. And finally, my favorite part. Lila June closes her 9 sentences with the words, "The only weapons we may use are truth, faith, and love." That's the movement I want to be in. And it can be manifest in so many ways. Sometimes we think that it has to be like visible standouts or bumper stickers or very out there kind of resistance. But it's more than that. Truth, faith, and love are tools that can be used in so many ways. And so any way that you are bringing truth, faith, and love deeper into our world, you're helping. Now, I know today we rang the bell 11 times for the climate. For 11 minutes, thank you. And so I want to put a special moment on climate justice. UMass Action is part of a statewide coalition called Mass Power Forward, working to pass state policies. And this moment, this month, is actually a really timely moment to get involved. There's 3 quick things I'll say, and then we can say more in the retreat after this afternoon. The first is that the legislature in Massachusetts saves all of its homework for the last part of the session, and that's more or less beginning now. The last 6 months is when they actually do things. And so if you've never contacted your representative or your senator, now's a great time to get started. The second is that the topic of the hour is affordability. Our bills are going up, inflation is going up, and people in Beacon Hill are getting hoodwinked by the gas industry in particular, who want to continue to say, gas is cheap, gas is cheap. Truth is, gas is really expensive. And the sooner we get off it, the better off we're going to be. The third thing is we need you. We need more power to make sure that this happens. Even if your representative or senator is already a champ, it's incredibly difficult to go against the grain on Beacon Hill, and they need your support. So I'll end by inviting you to pick your weapon of choice: truth, faith, or love. Thank you.
I get to do another song? You do. And it's not going to be the one I said, because I'm inspired.
You haven't done from a distance.
I don't know if I'm going to do that today. So, truth be known, I believe presence is really the most important thing. And all that join here together. I see Eve, I know she hasn't been feeling good, she's back. Billy came, other people here in the church, I'm so grateful. So I'm not going to do the song because I was so inspired by Claire. We can join in this. Part of it is by Mom Hughes, another group that really inspires me. And so here's how it goes. Maybe you can join in a little bit, because like this. Ooh, I believe in the power of kindness. Ooh, I believe in the power of love, power of love. Ooh, I believe in the power of kindness. Yes. Ooh, I believe in the power of love. One more time. Ooh, I believe in the power of kindness. Yes. Ooh, I believe in the power of love. So now I come in here. We don't know what's coming. We help shape the world ahead. Kindness is our currency. Our commonwealth is in our hands. So give a little, give a little, give a lot, don't stop. Helping hand makes the world go round. There's enough, more than enough. Again. Ooh, I believe in the power of kindness. Yeah, come on, let it out. Ooh, I believe in the power of love, power of love. Ooh, I believe in the power of kindness. Yes. Ooh, I believe in the power of love. We don't know what's coming. We help shape that. We help shape what's up ahead. Kindness is our currency. Our commonwealth is in our hands. So give a little, give a little. Ooh, give a little, don't stop. A helping hand makes the world go round. There's more than enough. Again. Ooh, I believe in the power of kindness. Yes. Ooh, I believe in the power of love. Keep it going. Let's hear it. Ooh, I believe in the power of kindness. Yes. Ooh, I believe in the power of love. Power of love. And I just want to add on because I'm so inspired by Claire. You know, Pete Seeger used to have this t-shirt, or actually it was on his banjo. He said, "My instrument, this banjo, surrounds evil and causes it to surrender. Love is all there is. Love is all." And do I have any more time, or from a distance? Do I do that now, or you give me?
Let's go to Joys and Sorrows.
Joys and sorrows. Okay. Thank you for joining in. I was so inspired I had to change my song by you, Claire. Thank you.
Thank you, Annie. And thank you, Claire Carl. Gave us some good feelings. And actually, I think right now, we're going to have Joys and Sorrows where we light candles. And I think the power of kindness and the power of love this is our opportunity to bring it right here into our sanctuary. And Rob's going to help with lighting the candles. So basically, a microphone will be brought to you, and we invite you to share sorrows that need the help of this community, or joys that we would love to hear about. And if you're sharing with this congregation, please note this is not a time for personal or political announcements. We care for each other by being true to the purpose of this time. And we also care for each other by our brevity. So please be brief. And there will be an opportunity afterwards at social hour that we can chat more. It is a great joy that we feel today to have visitors to All Souls. So during this time of joys and sorrows, we invite you to introduce yourself. While this is not required, we would love the opportunity to welcome you. So now is the time for welcoming visitors and sharing joys and sorrows.
Hi, Taylor. I have both a joy and a sorrow today. My sorrow is that this past Christmas was the 6th anniversary of the death of my father. And it was actually a lot more difficult than I thought it would be. I think after 5, you assume it'll get easier, and it didn't this year, so maybe next year we'll see. And then a joy is that an old friend of mine who I haven't heard from in actually about a year reached out to me recently and asked if I could come back to Texas and officiate his wedding, which is really lovely, and I'm excited to do that in the spring.
That's great, Taylor. Anybody back here?
Thanks. I'm Eve. I haven't been here in a while. I just am having a hard time with all the sorrow. I hear what you're saying, and it just doesn't feel like it's working. And my heart is broken in a million places. It's just really hard. It's just really hard. I believe that I chose to come here at this time. I believe that I am a being of light. I believe that it is part of my job, as one of my friends recently said, to be a shamus and to light more people's candles. And it's just so damn hard. Yeah, so thanks for being here. Thank you for that hug.
Hi, I'm Suzanne, and I remember when Eve, 2001, 9/11, I get the numbers mixed up, was the director of religious education here, and I had a 6-year-old and a 11-year-old, and Eve was right on it, calling people to come and providing materials for the kids to color and express their feelings. And it really helped me a lot, Eve, that you were there with that kind of positivity. And I know you'll find it again. I'm glad you're here.
Good morning, I'm Kay, and I'm thankful for this church. I just had a fender bender times 3, not even a block away. And my peeps came running out, which I'm sure at the look on the officers' faces were like, who are these people? They came to Kay like that? I don't think they see too many wrecks like that. So I have been given a distraction, and I've been given an opportunity to reorient what's important in my life and what I'll take from this fender bender times 3. So thank you.
My name's Russ. This might seem kind of odd. Got a lot of sorrows, but particularly I'm feeling Bob Weir from the Grateful Dead died yesterday, and I'm feeling a loss for me, a loss for this country, and I can't describe it any better than that. And I'm really not liking this. I know I will get through it, but something's missing.
Dean.
Hi, I'm Christine. Couple of things. I notice that I have to watch my feet and pay attention to where I walk. Metaphorically and actually. The ice has taken me down twice in the past couple of days. Meanwhile, the people that I meet with and talk to, such as the little tiny religious education committee from this church, has given me reason to lift my eyes up while I'm standing still, because feet, they're traitors. To look ahead and think about what we are doing together as a congregation, with this building, with our future, and where the greatest need will be. I'm just throwing a little spark and asking people to lift their sights and to come talk to me coffee hour. I love you all dearly.
Is anybody on Zoom looking to speak? No. Karen.
My joy is that at the right after Christmas and the New Year's, my sister came downstairs and took a picture of my kids, my grandchildren, and all of us who were left, except, my husband has died. And I've been debating about what to do, how to word this card. And I didn't want really anything very religious. I just wanted to say happy holidays or something from our family to yours. And I decided that the return address should be the Schaefer family with my address, because I figure I'm the matriarch of the family. And as a matter of fact, it even shows up in the photograph. I'm the one in the reclining chair. Anyway, so I was really happy about that one. I spent time trying to think about what to say. And the other comment that I have, and I hope this isn't too out of whack, because I think you did a lot of talking about renovating our democracy. And Danielle Allen says that parties, independent parties, Republicans, Democrats, etc., were never in the Constitution. And she proposes that each state select their representatives, and then they meet by the state to decide what they want to do. And so it's not to select their representatives. And and it occurred to me, there was nothing in the Constitution that said you needed to have Democrats and Republicans. Anyway.
Thank you, Karen.
I want to share that I think of grieving and sorrowing and sadness as a form of love in a deep way. And so I'd like to light a candle for Renee Nicole Good and all of those harmed by ice.
Thank you.
I'd like to light a candle of concern for Pam Kelly, who's in bed with a left leg that's not working and she doesn't know why. And she can't get a doctor's appointment till January 22nd. So my heart goes out to her with that angst and being stuck. But I'd also like to light a candle for joy, because I spent an hour this morning reading a November issue of Time magazine that listed the 100 leaders in climate change policies. And my heart was just so big by the end of of the time I had. I didn't finish the 100. But they were, Singapore and India and South Africa and Brazil and all over the world. And it described each project that each person was manifesting in it. And it was just such a joy to see the good hands this planet is in and the leadership and how much they need and deserve our support. So I encourage people to look that one up.
Thank you, Sandra.
We do have one joy coming through on Zoom, which is from Maria, who simply states, "I'm grateful for my son."
I'd like to light a candle of sorrow for my beloved housemate Clay, who seems to be like a magnet for misfortune. He really wanted to be here today. He slipped on some ice a few days ago, has a concussion, has a hairline fracture in his skull, has fluid. Every time he shakes his head, he has like an ocean sloshing in his brain. But he's really hanging in there to a certain degree because he's got a kind of gritty sense of humor. So with that in mind, I'd also like to light a candle of joy for how humor helps us hang tough in hard times. And with that in mind, Taylor, I'd like you to officiate at my wedding. It's going to take a little while because first I have to start dating.
Here, Rob, I'll take one. Please. Thank you. Morning, church. So many joys. I'd like to light a candle of gratitude, I guess, and joy for all the visible and invisible people around the world that are standing for peace, doing a kind deed every day that doesn't get noticed, yet it goes into the pot of love and is changing our world. Like Pete says, and Dr. King, it's coming up to his celebration, eventually it bends towards the good. And I remember Pete saying, well, how are we going to do it? He said, us and our teaspoons. So every effort that we make, those are the ones I want to think about. You, Eve, out there, Hadit, all the people. No, we're not invisible. We're visible and we're unified. Maybe you don't see us all together because we're doing our work. And the last little thing I want to say, in the seemingly darkness, the light is shining.
Thanks. Now let's take a moment to take some breaths and be silent. Spirit of community, in which we share and find strength and common purpose, we turn our minds and hearts towards one another, seeking to hold in our hearts all our joys and sorrows, both spoken and unspoken. Let us open our minds and hearts to the place of quiet, to the silent prayer for the healing of pain, and the soft, gentle coming of love. Blessed be. Now let's join together in singing Prayer to Friends, and you'll find the words, find the song in the front of the gray hymnal. And Annie will lead us.
To this day I bring my life, born of hope, born of sand, yearning joy where once was strife. All I have, all I am, held
This benediction is by Reverend Gretchen Haley. There is too much hardship in this world to not find joy every day. There's too much injustice in this world to not right the balance every day. There's too much pain in this world to not heal every day. Each of us ministers to a weary world. Let us go forth now and do that which calls us to make this world more loving, more compassionate, and more filled with the grace of divine presence every day.
I think we have one more song. And we want to say, Claire, what time is your little get-together over here? Is that 2:30?
It's going to be an announcements.
Oh, okay. So I didn't have to do that. So, you know, Pam Kelly's been after me to do this song for a long time. Rob, come on up here. There's a little kazoo over there. And it's a song for the climate, of which we're aware. Come on right up here, Rob. Who can play that? The kazoo is there. Yeah, no, I'm just going to sing it. Yeah. Goes like this. Your part is, now, now, now. We need to wake up. We need to wise up. We need to open up our eyes and do it now, now, now. We need to build a better future. And we need to start right now. Try it. We gotta wake up. We gotta wise up. Yeah, we gotta open up our eyes and do it now, now, now. We need to build a better future. And we need to start right now. We're on a planet that has a problem. We gotta solve it, get involved and do it now, now, now. We gotta build a better future. And we need to start right now. We need to wake, need to wise up. Need to open up our eyes and do it now, now, now. We need to build a better future. And we need to start right now. We're on a planet that has a problem. We gotta solve it, get involved and do it now, now, now. We need to build a better future. And we need to start right now. We need to build a better future. And we need to start right now. Okay, you talked me into it. So those of us that know the song that came through, I always say that I'm just a listener. I'm not the writer. All right, we can all join in. Rise and show you can give love, you know. All this take our burdens are buried. We can stand together, build a brand new day. Look around the world, we see our families cry. stand together, build a brand new day. Thank you so much for joining. And look at it, I got just one more quickie while you're standing. It goes like this. We can take this to the street. Here we go. Resilience, we are strong, shoulder to shoulder, keep moving on. Resilience, make a new plan, stand up again and say, yes, we can. Resilience, we are strong, shoulder to shoulder, keep moving on. Resilience, make a new plan, stand up again and say, yes, we can. Resilience, we are strong, shoulder to shoulder, keep moving on. Resilience, make a new plan, stand up again and say, yes, we can. Thank you very much.
Now we have an opportunity for some announcements. What's going on? I'll start with Maria.
Well, today's a brand new day, and I hope lots of you will stay and come to a social justice meeting and share your love and your hopes and your dreams and help us build a future of being a UU church that's reaching out to youth and old alike for a way to work together, to support each other, and to talk to the people in power for peace and justice. So come, we have lots of soup and good things to eat, and we want to put our arms around you and keep you strong and resilient, because I know I need that today.
There's also going to be a board, All Souls board meeting next Saturday at 1:30. It's going to be here, so you're all welcome. Also, if you want to get anything on the agenda, let us know, and we can make sure that it's something that we're going to have time for.
Yeah, to follow up on that, if you could let Kate, myself, Christine, anyone here who's on the board know if there's something that you want us to really make sure we put some thought into, we'd be glad to do that. In the spirit of one of the three, I think I remember them, love, faith, and now I forgot, and truth. Next Sunday service will focus a lot on what is our path around faith. And it'll be led by Rabbi Jim Levinson, who many of you have experienced as a just really deep down good soul. And it'd be great to see you there, and if you can let some folks know, we got a few extra seats available.
Good morning. My name is David Levitt. I'm the treasurer of All Souls UU Church. Today, immediately following our service, we are having a canvas meeting. A few of you have been selected and requested to be part of our committee to reach out to the rest of all of us to start our pledge campaign and see what we can do to fund our church for our upcoming fiscal year. So when you receive these, either by mail or in person, be happy to give you one today if you so choose. Please give what you can. We need to keep our doors open and our heat on and doing all the things that we do. Thank you.
And also welcoming our speakers. We like to pay them generously, and our musicians.
Well, this community is blessed, not this week, but the 24th, the 31st, and the 1st of February are performances of a play called Swamped, and it was written by a local playwright, Court Dorsey. And it is just a most amazing experience of an old widower who's sort of depressed and ready to leave, and his young, blossoming physical care assistant who is trans, and a married couple, and
And she wants to leave, and he doesn't want her to leave, so he's willing to paint the living room and do anything she wants if she'll stay. And every woman in the audience identifies with that need to leave. And so it touches so many different aspects of our life and how they interact with each other, and it has a very surprising ending. So I highly recommend that you Google Swamped and find out. One performance is in Northampton, one is in Brattleboro, and I think one is in Hadley. So please treat yourself.
All right.
I have a quick announcement.
Okay.
Just a quick, every week that I come up here, a musician is only as good as their sound person. So I'd like to really appreciate this gentleman over here. Give me his name again? Matt. I mean, he's really great. He comes in, he sets it up, he makes me sound really good, and gets the people that are online to be able to be part of our service. So thank you so much, Matt. Thanks for everything.